Welcome to the official full feature showcase of Ambani. Y'all asked for it like crazy, but we made it happen. In this video, I'll be showing you everything we have, from giving yourself money, spawning custom weapons, garden mode, aimbot, etc. In this video, I'll be addressing every single feature that comes with Ambani, and even private features that nobody in the public has yet seen before. So you better watch this video till the end, because this shit is about to get crazy. Oh, by the way, by the end of this video, you'll know how you can get features added to Ambani as well, because we genuinely care about you guys. We've been pushing an update every single day for the past 2 months, and we try to keep 50% of the features we add things that you guys suggested. First of all, people were complaining about the themes that we had and the colors, so we added themes. You can now choose between the default theme, the blue theme, and the purple theme, and you can also adjust the highlighted colors, so you can make the menu fully individual to your liking. Alright, first off, we got aimbot, and I know I've done a video on aimbot in the past, so I'm not going to bore you guys too much. Essentially with aimbot, it's just normal hard lock. What that means is you can bind it to whatever keybind you want. You can either hold it or toggle it, and then when you're near somebody's head, it automatically locks. You can extend that targeting, aka the FOV, by enabling the FOV and dragging the slider bigger. Right now you can see the enemy's head is not in the white circle, but whenever it is, the aimbot automatically targets the head. Below that, you got max distance, which is literally just the distance in which you want to target people. And below that, again, you got lock targets, so it finishes one enemy before switching to the next one. Below that, we got the filters, and what I love about them is you can fully configure everything to your liking. Like, we don't want anybody to be left behind. If you're a headshot one-shot player, like most of the people are, you can pretty much leave it as default. But if you want to play body shot, which many of the European servers are, you can switch your aimbot to target bodies, etc. We also got a target priority, so you can swap between what you want to target first. And I'm not talking about the hitbox this time. I'm talking about if you want to target the guy first that's nearest to the crosshair, nearest from the distance, from the health, or you target people that are low on HP first, or people that are targeting you. I don't know if you know this, but we built a full targeting system that checks other players. Most cheats on the market are barely able to keep track of their own aimbot and make sure it hits the right target. Since we're gonna go to visuals in a sec, I'm not gonna address it yet too much though. We have filters to target like players, dead people, rolling people, etc. So if you don't want to target anybody that's like not visible or an admin or anything, you can set the aimbot to ignore that. Also, you can set to target the driver first. So if you're in like a drive-by or whatever, you can actually aimbot the driver first. You can select your aimbot to stop at a certain health point. For headshot one-shot, it's not that relevant, but especially for body shot, I mean, TZX is one of the biggest menus out there, and people buy it for just that feature alone. By the way, before I forget, you can hover over any of the features in Ambani on this little question mark, and we will actually explain to you what each feature does. So you don't have to worry about not understanding something, etc. So if you don't want the aimbot to be that aggressive, you can put your smoothing scale higher up. That way the aim doesn't really lock on the enemy, but it swings. We also got different smoothing modes. Right, we got linear, which is like a gradual smoothing. Then we got the smooth mode, which is smooths out the entry and exit point. Those are just fancy words of saying it smooths and slow, then becomes super fast, then becomes slow again. Then we got natural, and it's called natural for a reason because that is the most humane option on the market right now. We smooth fast on the enemy and then we slow down. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you do that shit with stream proof, which we also offer, there's no chance an admin will see that you're cheating. And now hold up, if you thought that's it, that's not it. We got a fuckload of humanization options like aimbot delay, which just delays the targeting by a few milliseconds to make it look more human. We got jitter, which literally mimics the human muscle movement and the vibration in the hand. Like, I know I'm glazing at this point, but show me one other client that has that much features. Next up, we got overshoot. Essentially what overshoot is, you know how you flick onto an enemy and your aim is not perfect from the start? Pretty much just flicks past the enemy and then realigns the aim on the enemy's head or whatever else you want to target. We got break aim. Normally when you lock to a target, it's hard to jump from target to another target, but break aim allows you to do just that. By the way, you gotta keep in mind everything in this menu is adjustable. So if you want to have stuff less obvious or more obvious, you can adjust that to your liking. We also got distance scaling, which essentially just allows the aimbot to be less aggressive on a higher distance, because obviously the enemy's further away, not be as accurate as if he's right in your ass. Then we got the random offset feature. Essentially what that is, takes a random offset from the hitbox bone to target that. And it's not just perfect for bypassing anti-cheats, but just makes your aim look much more natural. Alright, next up we got silent aim. Silent aim essentially is a feature. It's kind of like normal aimbot, but you don't have to be on the head of the enemy. What it does is the moment an enemy is in the FOV circle, we spoof the bullet out of your gun directly on the head or whatever else you want to target. This is what all the people who wager and play in tournaments use to make it like the least obvious. But yeah, just from looking at what I'm doing right now, I think you get the idea of silent aim and why it's a great feature to choose for PvP. Target lock on silent aim is the same as on normal aimbot. It simply finishes one enemy off before switching to the next. Magic bullet lets you shoot through walls. Now if I jump down here, you're gonna see that I'm actually gonna be able to shoot the guy who's standing on the helipad through the floor, except we got a mischance. Now what a mischance is, I mean, it's pretty self-explaining. It's percentile based, so if you put 50%, you're automatically gonna miss half of your bullets. That's gonna make it super non-blatant. Obviously, again, you can fully configure that. If you want to put it to 10%, you're gonna hit only 1 out of 10 bullets. Also here, again, you can adjust the hitbox that you want to target, including the target priority. And again, you got your filters like for targeting players, dead people, friends, NPCs, etc. And next up, we got triggerbot. And here's the thing, triggerbot is a crazy feature if your legit aim is good. Let's say you're a 9 or an 8 out of 10 legit. This thing puts you to like a 12. And I'm gonna explain to you how. It does not change anything about your normal aim, but the moment you actually hover over an enemy with your normal crosshair, automatically shoots. And I'm telling you right now, if your aim is good, you can dominate any PvP fight with this, especially because you got to keep in mind, you got ESP, right? You're going to see the enemies through walls, etc., so you can pre-aim perfectly. Next up, we got ESP. And one thing that was very important to me when we made the ESP is that it has to be smooth as fuck. We also made an ESP builder. Essentially what that is you can drag the things that you want to adjust around without having to fully configure it. You can also right-click each option to adjust it manually. And hey, I know what you're thinking, the ESP builder is still in the beta testing phase, so don't judge, please. Actually, don't judge. Alright, first off, we got box ESP. You can adjust it, you can make it filled, outlined, and you can adjust the rounding on it. The entity option is literally just for a filter that I'm going to show you in a sec. You got skeletons, you can make them thicker, thinner, and use an outline. For the health bar, you got the staged health bar, which changes the color depending on how much health the guy has, or you can use a health bar gradient. You can also adjust the position, name, distance, and weapon ESP. You can adjust the position from top left side to bottom, and you can adjust the outline. Your game might not look like mine, because mine is like super PvP optimized. You might want to use an outline to elevate the ESP better from your normal surroundings. Now for the targeting system y'all have been waiting for. And no, we don't just warn you. We don't just put a fat alert on your screen that says, hey, a guy is about to target you. We give you a full tactical HUD that you can not only adjust, but if multiple people are aiming at you, let's say you're in some kind of big gang war or whatever, you can actually make it into a list. And you can highlight those people in the ESP, plus in the combat tab like aimbot and silent aim, you can actually target those people first. The filters on the right let you adjust the global color on some entities. Like for example, players you can have purple like I do, NPCs in a different color, local player in a different color, etc, etc, etc. And you got your vis check. So if an enemy's not visible, like there's a wall between you guys, you see him in a different color. We also added an admin check. And I know some other clients have it on the market, but we optimized it fully. Guys flying in the air and they automatically flag it as an admin. However, that is just way too inaccurate. Like you could get hit by a car, fly over the map, or just jump down the bridge like in the background, and that enemy that jumps down will be flagged as an admin on your screen. And the amount of false positives you get with that system is just crazy. But the moment he uses the TX admin no clip, instantly gets flagged as an admin. Alright, next up we got vehicle ESP. We make the opacity a bit higher for y'all to see it better. 3D box that you can make filled, 2D box, and a floor box. I personally prefer the 3D box, but at the end of the day, it's up to you guys. Next up, you can display the name, the lock status of the vehicle, so if it's locked or unlocked or whatever. You can display the distance of the vehicle, the speed, engine health, snapline, and the health of the wheels, so you always know if a certain wheel is broken or not. Next up, we got the tracers. Default, they look kind of mid, but you can actually fully adjust them. Circle to a cross, to a ring, including the size. And you can make it glowing in different styles and choose the intensity. You can also display particles, which gives the bullet impacts like little explosions, and you can display the tracer lines differently. You got the normal solid line, you got a dashed line, you got a dotted line, and you got a rainbow line. And you can make the line thicker or thinner, however you want. The next feature that I'm going to show you guys is actually a feature I personally don't really give two flying fucks about, and I know many people don't, but we added a radar. But hey, if you wanted a radar, it's here. You can adjust the height, the width, you can display players, NPCs, etc. and adjust the transparency. Now this is a nice feature. We got FOV arrows. Now you might think yourself, Raven, why the fuck would I care about FOV arrows? Everybody has FOV arrows, but not like we do. We implemented every single weapon icon in the game, so if for example my buddy over here is holding an assault rifle in his hand, that will show on the FOV arrow. You obviously got different designs like pulses, etc. and you can adjust if you want to see the weapon icon or not, or if you even want the name next to it as well. You can adjust the arrow type, you can adjust the color, and you can fade it over distance. Also, since it's FOV based, you can adjust the size of it. Ironically, while I was recording this video, our team pushed another big update on Ambani, allowing you to overwrite your hitbox keybind. So what that means is if you're in a gunfight or you get drive-byed or whatever, and you could theoretically shoot the guy out of the car with normal aimbot, but you decide not to. Let's say for example you're role-playing as a police officer, you can now set an alternative keybind to the normal aimbot that then switches to target the wheels. Now this is just crazy in my opinion, and the accuracy is insane. Like, look at this. Alright, now to the player exploits. First off, we got God mode. By the way, just to let you guys know, Ambani works on every single FiveM server and every single FiveM anti-cheat. So unlike with some menus that don't let you inject under a certain player count, or on some anti-cheats, or pure mode, etc., we work everywhere. Got your no clip, you can obviously set a keybind, adjust the speed, etc., and you can make yourself invisible. Now you might ask yourself, what the fuck, it says you're invisible, but I'm obviously not. Now this is a feature that is server-sided. What that means is you see yourself, but other people can't see you. Like you can see on my buddy, he sees himself, but we obviously can't see him, which is crazy if you ask me. Except we got infinite stamina and damage reduction. It's just reducing the damage you get from a certain weapon. And next up we got free cam. Now the difference between free cam and no clip is the character actually stays where he was before. So you don't have to worry about being seen by an admin flying around, and you got the Ambani free cam menu on the right that you can control by scrolling up and down with a bunch of options like spawn vehicles, boost vehicles, repair vehicles. You can bring cars, you can bring certain cars, make players fall over, you can bug vehicles. What bug vehicle does, it makes the car fully unusable. The player can get in, but the car just kicks him out instantly. You can unlock cars, you can use a fizz gun, which means you can carry the car around. You can delete vehicles, you can throw vehicles, make a player fall over, you can attach a vehicle to him, you can kill a player, you can clone a player, you can punch a player. This is a lot, Jesus. You can spawn a whole fucking tube, you can shoot bullets, and you can spawn random props. Now next up we got a feature called solo session. Now when we enable that, as you can see my buddy turns invisible. And you might ask yourself, what the fuck, so it just makes other people invisible? No, it actually puts puts you in a different dimension. So admins can't see you, nobody can see you, you're literally like on a different server. You can still do shit and run scripts. So for example, you can go in the jewelry store, you can rob the whole fucking store and no police officer or admin is able to stop you. When we teasered that feature out to y'all the first time, it got almost 300,000 views in the first 24 hours. You wanna know a funny thing? The admins can't fix it. Alright, next up we got no ragdoll. That just eliminates the ragdoll animation from the game. We got anti-headshot, which eliminates you taking headshot damage. And we got a feature called One Punch Man. What that is, it just gives your melee attacks way more damage. So if I kick his car, like Jesus. I was trolling a big streamer on one of the biggest FiveM servers in the world like 1 or 2 weeks ago. And when I used that feature on a guy in front of him, he went crazy. Next up we got fake handcuff. So you can handcuff and unhandcuff yourself. And keep in mind, this is fake, so you can do everything while being handcuffed. You can shoot your gun, you can do whatever. Infinite combat roll removes the normal delay from GTA between each roll. So you can just spam it like crazy. Fake roll allows you to perform a fake roll, like the name says. It literally just cancels out the normal roll. But in fact, you were never actually doing a roll in the first place. Except we got a feature called fast punch, which allows you to punch insanely fast. Like the name says. You fucking asshole. But yeah, you get the idea. Then we got force vehicle hijack. This allows you to pull an enemy out of a vehicle, even on servers that don't allow it. Area vehicle lets you walk up to any car or vehicle in general and pick it up. And you can let go of the vehicle and it throws the vehicle over the whole map. You can pick up anything, helicopters, planes, bikes, etc. It doesn't matter if somebody's driving or not. You can literally pull up to a player driving on the street and just whoop him in the air and fly around with him. Now Killer Man is one of the most known features on Ambani. What that lets you do, it lets you look at a player and even if you don't have a weapon or anything in the hand or at all, you can press a keybind and the guy just falls over. Auto peek is a feature on Ambani that is crazy good for wagering. How it works is you press a keybind and it saves your location. Whenever you let go of the keybind, it teleports you back to that saved spot. On the enemy screen, you're speed boosting like crazy. And whenever you're in a wager or something else where you have to be able to get back into cover instantly, that thing can literally make you IRL money. I mean dead ass serious. At this point, you're more stupid not to use it. It lets you run through objects, walls, basically anything. If there's a locked door or something you can't go through, even jail cells, etc., you can revive yourself, you can heal yourself, you can give yourself armor. Both health and armor are adjustable with a slider below. You can give yourself a random outfit, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to fuck up my outfit right now. You can commit suicide, you can cancel a task. Like let's say for example you're doing a job on a FiveM server and you don't want to do that job anymore, you can cancel it instantly and you can detach yourself from an entity. What that means is if like a police officer is carrying you to the car or into a prison cell, you can detach yourself. You get like a crazy amount of funny moments. Next up we got no recoil and no spread. Both are fully adjustable. We also got fast reload, which you can also adjust to make the gun that you're using reload faster. You can adjust the weapon range. So normally GTA weapons have a certain range, but you can bypass that with Ambani. You can also adjust the weapon size of the gun, which is a crazy cool feature if you want to troll your friends. Rapid fire lets you adjust how fast you want to shoot with your gun. Obviously the gun or the revolver that I'm using right now only has 6 bullets in a magazine, but I can freeze the ammo to have unlimited, and I'll look at that. I got infinite ammo, but that does not kill the need of needing to reload. You got explosive ammo, and you got a damage multiplier. What that allows you to do is you can change the damage on the gun. Next up we got the vehicle options. You got your God mode, you got the seatbelt. The seatbelt just prevents you from flying out of the vehicle. You can make your car invisible. Just a few days ago we reworked the ESP for that as well, so you can configure it however you want it. You can disable the line, the dot, the name tag, etc. And we put a cooldown on each vehicle so you don't just bounce between cars. You got a feature called FOV warp vehicle. What that does, it gives you an FOV circle when you're aimbotting, etc. And now if you look at a car, you can press your keybind and it pulls you on the driver, or if it's occupied, the passenger seat of that vehicle. Except we got a feature called ramp vehicle. It makes your car's hitbox like the ramp vehicle from GTA Online, so you can throw in other people and cars however you want to. And next up you can adjust the acceleration of the car. Even though it's an adder, which is not the best car, I guess, still much faster. Easy handling and combination. This car is fast and has crazy traction. And this car is literally glued to the ground at this point. And you got horn boost, so let me line this perfectly. Yeah, you can see what it does. We added a whole tab for tuning the car alone. You can adjust the spoiler, the front bumper, the rear bumper, the side skirts, exhaust, the horn, everything. I'm talking about everything. The primary and the secondary color. But if that is too confusing, you can just select max performance and it tunes everything automatically for you. Now this is an adder like I said a second ago, and it's not very customizable. Let me get in this car here real quick. Yeah, there you go. Well, we got a spoiler and some other modifications made. By the way, this also works on custom cars, so you don't have to worry about driving around in shit cars on your favorite FiveM server. We have a teleportation system with saved locations. However, you can also teleport to your waypoint. So let's say I want to go to the bank, I can select my waypoint and I can teleport there. Now let's say you don't want to always use your map, you want to save your locations. Or maybe you're dead and you can't open your map. So you could save any location on the map and then through the menu teleport there directly. So if I now go away to the airport and I select my saved location at the bank, I can teleport there. You can also use the coordinates to get any location on the map. Now you might ask yourself, why the fuck would I want to do that? With the Ambani dumper, you can dump a server, find hidden locations and events like or buried treasures, and you can teleport there then and find them. Because they're not going to give you an address, they're going to put the coordinates there in the game files. Next up we got the online tab, and even though right now we only got one guy in render, we added the ping system, so you can now look at the enemy you want to hit, press your ping bind, and it automatically selects that person for the online tab. Keep in mind, these are all features you guys suggested, and at the end of the day, we make the client for you guys. So why would you not be able to decide what we add and what not? You can add any player as a friend, excluding him from aimbot, etc. You can spectate another player, give him health, give him armor, give him a pistol, you can steal his outfit, you can make him fall over, you can tase him, you can punch him. We have 3 different methods of killing another player, which is crazy. Most cheats don't even have one. And you can make a player into a black hole. Now let me show you what that does. Yeah. You can warp to the vehicle, which puts you on the passenger seat inside of his vehicle, and you can explode the vehicle he's driving. Then you got the online options for the vehicles itself. You can teleport to a vehicle, you can bring a vehicle to you, you can warp into the vehicle, which puts you on the driver or the passenger seat, which steals the license plate and the permissions to the vehicle. You can unlock the car and lock the car. You can explode it, which you probably won't see anymore in this car. You can silent explode the car, which does exactly what a normal explosion would, just without the actual explosion behind it. You can burst the tires, you can delete the vehicle, and you can bug it. Next up, we got a fuckload of options to actually destroy a server fully. You can fuck all vehicles, you can kill all players, which we have 2 exploits of, tank on everybody's head, or if that is not enough for you, you can use 50 fucking tree trunks. You can force every player to fall over, you can punch all players, and you can bug all vehicles on the whole server. Next up, let's say you're in the ammunition and you want to buy a gun, but you don't have the money or the license. A lot of menus let you spawn a gun, but we let you fully customize it if you want a suppressor, a flashlight, etc., or if you want to spawn a custom gun on the server. Other cheats will not allow you to do that. The same thing for vehicle. You can spawn normal GTA vehicles, but you can also spawn custom vehicles from that server. Now, I don't know what custom vehicles this server has, but you can spawn a Trackhawk, a Hellcat, Lamborghinis, etc. Next up, we got the server dumper that I mentioned earlier. What a server dumper lets you do is it lets you dump the whole server files, so you can look through everything and find certain exploits for yourself. Now, hold on, I know this looks very complicated, but it's about to get very easy for you. Because in the past, a lot of people actually did not understand what all of this meant. We added a trigger finder, so we actually automatically check the server files for you and try to find the best exploits that will work for you. Obviously, this does not compare to anything you can do manual, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. I'm going to show you that in a sec. And you can stop certain running scripts on a server. For example, to spawn certain weapons, you might have to stop the inventory script as it blacklists them. Now, for example, here in the trigger finder, I can give myself drop, I can give myself guns, etc. directly through the server script. What I do is I just copy the command. I go to the executor, and there I paste it in. I obviously can't do it right now because I already have a job. It's literally how I gave myself the PD job an hour ago. We got an event executor which lets you log every server event trigger on the whole server. I could literally yap for a whole hour about this, so I made a full separate video that's going to be on our website that I definitely recommend you to check out after this one, where I teach you how to manipulate job scripts, farm scripts, etc., all using Ambani. And I know a Lua executor for many people is super scary, but it really doesn't have to. If you don't know at all what you're doing, but you still want to use it, you can literally go to ChatGPT, type in a simple prompt like this, and it will spit you out a usable code that you can use on basically every single server. Like, for example, this one right here, it spawns NPCs. And now let's try it out. Abracadabra, hocus pocus. Yeah, you see it worked. We already have Lua menus included, so we don't actually require you to pay for them. You get them for free. The ability to use our included Lua menus or use your own with our API on Ambani, which is public by the way, enables so many possibilities for you. Just from using the Hydra menu through Ambani Executor, I just shoved the whole fucking airport up this guy's ass. And now look at those particles. It is not client-sided. This is his Discord POV right now, like he's dying. Except we got something called safe mode. What that does, it filters certain features from using something that might get you banned. And we got the watermark, spectator list, which shows if an admin is spectating you. You got a crosshair you can adjust, block input, etc. Block input disables the mouse input into the game. I would definitely recommend you though to leave the anti-cheat check on, and you can perform manual checks to see what anti-cheat a certain server has. Like I said already, Ambani works on every single server, but depending on the server, some things might work differently. You unload the client manually, or you can use a self-crash feature to crash your game. Now you might ask yourself, why the fuck would I want to crash my game and not do like F8 quit? Simple. If an admin wants to talk to you, you want to leave the game quick, or if you're like in a roleplay scenario and you don't want to like quit out, get yourself banned, this actually makes a real FiveM crash. So if the admin looks into his logs, it's not like he quit out of the game. And we have a config system, so if you want to load up any one of your configs, you can create, save, rename, favorite a config. You can also export, which formats it like this. Then you can go ahead and send it to your friends, and they can then import that config and use your settings. So like I said earlier, if you guys don't know, what settings to use, you can go on our Discord. We have settings there for y'all to use. Plus you can use it on Ambani.